Scott, I am live at the moment, and I don't know if you can hear me, but it shows your devices are not connected in StreamYards. Ah, there you go. Okay, now you're in. All right, there you go.
Yeah, well, is the echo back?
Not that I've noticed, not yet.
Oh, great. Good deal. I knocked myself off the line, though, didn't I?
You did that.
All
Oh, okay.
right.
So,
107. Oh, that was the before, right?
yeah, it
Hey,
should have
Jody.
been before.
John JRC.
Hey, drone shots. Mr. John, Mr. Crowley, East Coast Thrills. I'm
Hey,
not getting
Dusty.
the chats here. There they are. All
Go
right,
to
let me pop
YouTube,
them
but
out
just make sure
again.
you mute.
All right, so Scott and I have been doing some troubleshooting, and I think we fixed the problem.
Does anyone hear an echo?
Yeah, if you hear an echo, let us know.
So I put John on the poster this year, so he's on the poster now. John, Mr. JRC.
All right,
Of course, I've always had Superman on there, Mr. Crowley.
Mr. Crowley. Mr. Crowley, a man of all trades. Sometime president, sometime spy, sometime Superman.
Yeah, he is always saving the world for us.
He says, if I don't hear it, should I say something? Sure, Mr. Crowley, go ahead.
Tell him not to time me out.
John just talked TYTY. Oh, man of action. So, Barkley, hello.
Hey, Barkley, I got a swimming pool. I'm gonna soak my feet in it.
Well, when I
So, Rodney,
initialized this earlier,
while you and I were sitting there doing a live stream, Barkley sneaked in behind us and put a swimming pool in the back of my truck.
yeah, yeah, that was so funny. Who let Scott on? Well, I don't know. He just snuck in here somehow.
I'm gonna tell you what I learned at this meetup. So, everybody, you know who Rick Williamson is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Don't trust that son of a gun. He's a quiet snake in the grass.
Yeah, I know he is.
Oh, matter of fact, so I got awarded something.
I got one of those too, and the thing is Brad has it. B-Rad.
Well, I accused Johnny of putting it up there, and then I accused Ken, place it here, of doing it, and it turned out it was Rick. So, yeah, I think 107 said he's a marked man.
Yeah, but you gotta love Rick, man, for his sense of humor.
Oh my gosh, he's really a great guy. He's almost as good as Barkley.
David, AZ Drone Dude, good morning. Okay, well, let me do see Mr. JRC, Drone Shots, Barkley, AZ Drone Dude. I think I got everybody. Fellas, I put the link in the chat. If you want to join us, please feel free to do so. If you don't, that's okay too. We know some of you may be at work, some of you may be driving.
So I got to meet
some
Dusty
this
this.
May be camera shy. What was that?
I got to meet Dusty this time, which I made sure I met him because he said, "Well, I was there last year," and I was like, "Well, geez, East Coast
Thrills, right?"
Yes.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I want to make sure I meet you this time. And so he came up and
I
shook my
definitely got
hands.
to meet him too.
Yeah. So I had to read it twice to make sure I thought of what I read. So you're
Oh
right,
man.
Barkley.
Barkley's another character, and he's
He
another
is
sneaky guy.
absolutely.
Oh, remember somebody was pointing out that sign and was reading that sign that him and Jenna C put up about
Right.
no drone zone, and I'm like, when did that change, and how come? Uh, and then I saw the little tag they put at the bottom of it.
Well, I heard Ray Kelly saw it, and he like to fell out. He wasn't sure what to do.
Oh
That was
man.
pretty good. Yeah, I didn't take a picture of it. Oh, I should have. I didn't even think about it. Son of a gun.
I wished I had thought about doing it. You know what? Let me make sure I didn't.
So I
No.
don't. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I can't show this thing off enough. And let's see if I can. Oh man, I got that screen. Wow, that's interesting.
Well,
Because I
yeah.
got.
As long as I would, can you disable your background?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to because it obviously that's that's pretty cool because it's doing it when
Yeah.
it's on my face. But
Yeah, but we can only see half of it there.
no, I know. I'll be honest. I'm experimenting. I'm
Oh,
realizing.
okay. Okay.
So let me go over here and turn off that background. See if
All right.
I can
Dean,
make it
hello
work.
and good morning. Actually, it's afternoon here in Virginia. Good morning to you, though. So, Barkley, how's the traveling going? Speaking of Buckeye Drones in the house.
Look out!
Looky here.
What's up?
You got Mr. Alex Escardo in the house.
Hey,
Yeah.
Alex.
There you go.
I figured I'd pop in real quick. I'm running around with the family, running errands and so forth. Being away for 3 days, doing just some catch up.
Yeah.
Scotty, how are you, bud?
Man, I'm
Hey,
doing great.
Alex, you know we're live, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's wrong? Do I smell?
Yeah. I mean, I can smell you all the way up here, brother.
Ooh, nasty.
Alex was giving me an editing lesson, and unfortunately, I kind of had to bail out on him because I tell you, when you're there, it's like herding cats, and if you're riding with someone, you better keep an eye on them, or they'll leave you. So I just about got left. So
Hey, Sean, you have a good day, brother. He says his helicopter is here.
you see that emblem he's got right there, the quadcopter right there with a motor on it.
Do what?
You see his little icon right there that he's got?
Yeah.
I actually did that for him.
Morning, Lawrence.
Hey, Lawrence. It was good meeting him or seeing him again.
Bud?
So, Lawrence, if you care to join us, if you can, if you want to, the link is in the chat. Just scroll up a little bit, or I can put it back in.
I'm guessing he is back home now, which is
I think Ray dropped him and
that's
Herman
right.
off yesterday at the airport.
Well, I'll tell you. So our whole purpose of doing this was to make sure my microphone wasn't echoing anymore, and I guess we solved that problem.
We got it. I'm sorry.
I really appreciate that.
Oh, no problem, brother. So, Alex, what are you doing while you out running around?
Well, we got to go to fill up the house with inventory like BJ's and all that sort of stuff. And let's see if she's out of there. and then Mama broke her pearls, so we're
Uh-oh.
at some jewelry store. So I had to walk her in there, and she's dealing with that, and just running around and catching up on stuff. Hopefully, I'll get a haircut today. Jesus, look at this.
Yeah, you beginning to
Man,
look like a hippie, man.
I know.
I can't believe you're not in there shopping.
Where in the
Does
jewelry
does
store?
she have the credit card?
Yeah.
You better
Yeah,
get back in there.
What do you want? I'll get you an FPV ring.
I don't know.
I'm not used to these places. I usually go to Walmart.
Yeah, yeah.
Inside joke.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
So
message
Lawrence is
me
going
when
to
you
put
can
the
on
makeup
Facebook,
on.
Scott.
What's that?
Message me on Facebook, and I'll send you my email so I can get that file. I want to get a print up of that board.
Yeah, okay. I've been trying to make notes, and if I don't do it, remind me again and again and again. It's not that I don't mean to do it. So
no worries, no worries.
Mr. Flying Flynn Media, John, good day, sir. So glad you can join us. It was great meeting you, too. And Barkley, it was good seeing you. Everybody that was at the drone meetup, old and new friends, man. Loved it. Had a great time. And then for
Sean,
those
did
of
your
you that can't
basketball
make
team
it,
win?
if you get a chance next year, man, you got to come because it's good times all the time. And if you run into people like Alex Escardo, just ignore
them. Yeah. Run and hide.
Yeah, no doubt. Lawrence.
Hey, what's up?
Not much.
He's under the
You made
bridge
it back
now.
to New York okay, I guess?
Yes, we got back last night. We got back smooth. Everything. I'm almost scared because nothing bad happened.
Oh, good. My flight was relatively relaxing too, man.
What's up, Alex, Scott? And I can't see the chat because I have one window over the other. But
Lawrence,
Joseph
good meeting
Benson.
you and Herman. Awesome.
Good afternoon.
Well, I miss all the good shows because you guys are on when I'm driving either to or from work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See.
But sometimes I'll just listen in. I may not be able to see the screen or whatnot, but I'll be listening in on the drive because you guys are on at like 6 p.m.
We appreciate it seriously because it's a lot of work.
No, I know it is. I know it is.
Herman puts a lot of work in the production of it, and we just try to keep you guys entertained as opposed to just having some place to come hang out and chill.
For real.
But Rodney, I gotta congratulate him, guys. You gotta clap for Rodney because he never dove anything, a tower. He never dove a house, a bush, nothing. And this weekend he dove some grain towers. And it's actually interesting because at one time and point while he was flying, I actually saw him go over and I was like, oh, not bad, And then what made the kicker for it was not only when he did that, but when he sat on that tailgate of his car and he started watching, and he was like you ever see a little kid with a lollipop just sitting there swinging his legs, happy, everything? That's what Rodney looked like.
Yeah, let me show you guys a video.
Hold on.
I can't applaud because I'm holding a phone, but I'll do the beatnik thing.
So I'm gonna share this with you. This was, in my opinion, this was the best dive I made that day, Lawrence.
Yeah.
So let me.
Did I hear you had a mishap, Lawrence, when you were diving?
I did break a drone, and you know what? I'm not even mad because I always try to say I'm going to learn FPV. I'm going to learn to fly freestyle. And the only time I do it is for some reason when I get around Dan.
Yeah.
And FYI, before you start the video real quick, Rodney, the same drone that I broke this weekend was the same drone that I broke 2 years ago
At
in
South
Florida.
Florida.
In Florida. It wasn't the
Then it
same
has
spot,
to
but it
be
was in
Dan.
Florida.
It has to be Dan.
No, we had fun. It's just that I try things a little more when I'm around people. If I'm by myself, I don't care. But if I'm around someone, and what it actually was, if you see these grain towers, Rodney's going to show you where we are standing, the wind is slightly blowing into our face, slightly. And as long as
Is
you're
that you?
driving the towers with the direction of the wind, you can get that drift and hang over and climb and dive and all of that. But I decided to try and do something into the wind, which pushed me into the tower because I was too low, and shit happens.
So is that right now with it frozen? Is that you guys down there in the underneath the
Yeah,
tree
down in the
car?
lower left
Yes,
corner.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Rodney. Go ahead, Rodney.
All right, so here it goes.
Rodney's best dive.
Oh,
It's like a roller
wow.
coaster ride.
Awesome.
And he got greedy and went back immediately. He had no problems. Dan told him, look, do this, this, and that. I said, do this, this, and that, and he applied all of it. He said, approach it slowly, see how high it is to get the feel of it. And he just went up there and was like, woo, jumped off the ledge.
Man, I tell you what, I did the very first flight. I kind of went up and kind of flew around it a little bit, and came back down, and then went up and made that first dive, and wasn't the best dive, but it was a dive, and I just kept doing it until, and like I showed you on that one, that's the one I think was the best dive of the day.
It was. That one felt more like a roller coaster.
So what's the? I don't know that I've ever dove anything. So what is the? Is it hard, or what's the trick? What's the trick to doing a good dive?
Staying away from the thing you're diving.
Knowing the wind that's eddying off of a building or structure. That's the most important thing, because you can go up as high as you want, but wind, depending on the wind, that dictates how close you can get to the building.
So
you can get too close and get slammed into the building and not even blink.
I used to watch
one moment, and a second later you're against the building.
I used to watch Roto Ride all the time, and oh my God, when he dove that tower, not the tower, but the antenna in Russia.
The woodpecker, yes.
Yes, the woodpecker, exactly. Yeah. Now, the other thing I learned out of that, what you do is actually do a spin, because he rotated as he was going down through it.
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you, if you want to see, that was awesome. That was unbelievable.
Vortex, but if you just go straight down, you're subject to being pushed forward, pushed back. Because if you're diving this way, if you're flat, and my thumb is where the camera is, and we're going down like this, your thrust is pretty much leaning forward, but by spinning, you maintain control of your environment.
You see what Barkley just said?
If that makes any sense. But there are a lot of other people that dive 1,000 times better than me. But yes, I did get really close, and that's why I crashed. And it's not a problem, because it gives me an excuse to buy more motors.
Now, somebody was saying they thought the prop came off or something. Is that right?
Oh, that's this one. Now, hold on. The one that I crashed, that one.
Oh, I know who was talking about. It was Lloyd.
Yes. This one right here. Okay, I'm going to try and fix it so that you can see. This one right here, I did not crash. This was mechanical physical error. This housing bell here that's around the motor is black piece. There were magnets under it. Here.
Oh,
if I can show. It came off.
Here, let me make you bigger.
Right there. and you see the motors. This came
Yes.
off, and in mid-flight, this is supposed to go over here, and they're supposed to spin freely of the magnets, but I dived the tower. I'm coming down and getting ready to pull out, but I did notice a noise when I went up, and that was my mistake because it sounded like there's a certain noise the props make when they're loose. They
So let
squeak.
me answer Barkley's question there. He wanted to know how Hot Rod's doing. And Ken Placeit here has been in contact with him, and he's actually doing fine. And he's got a female nurse that's dressing his fingers. So I found out why he chopped his fingers up.
Catch you later, Rick. You have a good day, brother. So he's doing all right then?
Yeah, he's doing good. He's got a personal nurse taking care of him.
Well,
so
can't beat that.
No, not only that, I did talk to him. I don't know how and what format, but he did say he was flying yesterday. So
well, good. Getting back up on the bicycle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you got to do, man. So Alex, what you got to say for yourself, brother?
I don't know. You guys are doing all the FPV talk. I got to get into that at some point.
You do, man. You definitely got to get into it.
It's another.
But I got to chase a train yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was flying backwards, matching the speed up, but I had it on burst, so I couldn't get the motion blur.
Oh, cool.
So I messed that up. But when you see a train coming, it's like you only have like seconds to think, and here he comes, and you just start shooting and flying.
So was it the little short train or a longer one?
It was one of those big, large commuter trains.
Okay.
And when we got there, I just missed one, and then two more happened to be about 10 minutes apart in the opposite directions. And I caught one of them, and then the other one, I was on the other side of a bridge, and the train tracks were on the other side, so I had to quickly get across the bridge to catch the tail end of it. And I was like, I'll still catch it, and I don't know, I probably flew quite a distance to catch up to it.
Yeah.
But I think I got some pictures.
Cool.
I posted one or two, I think, today.
Awesome. Lawrence, did you and Herman do any more flying after Sunday?
No.
No.
I started prepping to get ready to leave. I actually did less flying than I thought I would do. I had my Maverick 3 with me. I never even charged the batteries. I wanted to fly FPV. God bless America. Good morning. It was a pleasure to meet you finally.
Morning, Ronnie.
I now have a face with the name Ronnie. I got to meet his wife. Everyone that I did not know by face, it was good to see you and put a name with the face. And Brad, I just have to compliment you on your apple pie moonshine.
That's good stuff,
you should bottle that shit and make it legal, bro. And sit back and just fly drones for the rest of your life.
There you go.
It's good. It was good. Someone was like, "You want to try this?" I'm like, "What is it?" Because I'm not going to try it if you don't tell me what it is. And he's like, "It's moonshine." I'm like, "Well, more information." He's like, "Apple pie moonshine." I was like, "Okay." I took a sip. I was like, impressive. Very impressive.
I don't drink, but I'm mad. It sure smelled good. I did smell it. Of course, sometimes smelling it may be all I need. Anyway, so I got a kind of funny story I want to talk about it involves God Bless America. Well, when I met him on Friday, I was kind of shocked, and I told him later, I said, I thought you were a lot younger than what you are. And I'm not trying to say he's old, but he is an old fart. But I was talking to Dennis Lovelady, and there was one. Oh, I think it was. I can't remember now who it was, but Dennis Lovelady thought he was like in his 50s, which he may be. He may be. Never even discussed his age. I don't think. Because I just told him I thought he was a lot younger than he looks. But anyway, so, and Ronnie, I sure hope that didn't insult you, brother, because it wasn't meant as an insult.
So it might have been me. I was telling you I thought he was older.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. See, that it was you, and
blame it on Scotty now. Okay.
No, he turned out to be in between.
I thought he was younger.
Scotty jumped on a grenade.
I just thought it was funny because it and like I have to agree with Ronnie. I think he said, "Well, I'm young in mind," and I get that because I don't feel. I mean, my body feels like it's 70, but my brain don't. I still feel like a kid half the time, especially when I'm flying FPV.
We got to compare scars.
Rodney, can I ask you a question? When
Yes,
you started flying drones, you started with camera drone, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, when someone asks you, how does it feel to fly FPV? Is this the perfect analogy? Because this is what I say when someone asks me, how is flying FPV? I say, remember the very first time you took off with your camera drone? The adrenaline that was running through your blood when you first took off your camera drone in the air and you were flying? And they say, yeah. I said, well, magnify that by 10. And it doesn't FPV do that as opposed to camera drone? When you're flying camera, and I started out flying camera drones. What do you think, Rodney?
I have to agree. But first, Brad, you have a good day, brother. The Drone Guy 42 Adventure, good afternoon and welcome. Who else? Unlimited Vertigo, hello and welcome to the chat. And but yeah, you know how what I describe? I tell people, man, it is the most exciting thing I've ever done.
I totally agree.
I mean that's
I got a question.
I agree with how you feel, Lawrence. I agree with that. It does feel like
Scott.
that.
I got a question for Lawrence and Rodney.
Okay.
So now that you fly FPV, how do you fly your camera drone?
Very rarely.
Like I fly FPV?
No, every time I grab my camera drone now, I want to fly it like FPV.
You're talking about that. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I do. In fact, I'm a little more reckless than I shouldn't be.
Exactly. Me too.
Because I'll take off, I'll make a banking turn and I'm I fly it more like FPV.
Yeah. Listen up, Alex. Once you learn FPV, this is going to affect you too.
Alex, if you thought drones were in a rabbit hole, first of all, FPV, after you learn to fly, you realize they suckered me in because now I broke my drone and I got to pay someone to fix it. So now you got to go out and learn how to fix them.
I know what Alex is going to do. He's going to go get him a new Avata
2.
Yes.
Yeah. If you start out with. Well, the regular Avatas are cheaper. I'm going to go down in price now. People are already selling.
This is going to be cheaper.
But
this is going to be cheaper and it's going to be worth it.
Hey, Scott.
Yes.
Alex and I have already talked about this, and I told him, I mean, don't get me wrong about the Avatas, okay? They're great drones, but and they are easy to fly. But that may be a problem for most people because they're not going to be willing to learn how to fly manually.
Totally agree.
The best way to do it, and like I told you the other day, Alex, get you
an Emax or one of those beta something.
I totally agree. I'm gonna tell you, I 100% agree.
I do too. For one simple reason, you're gonna go, and this may not happen, but You go out there and you smash up that new Avata, you're gonna be really upset.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd rather get something that I can, wreck over and over again, and it'll fly immediately. Because if I start getting, deep into it right away, I'm going to have a huge UPS bill sending it to either Scott or Rodney to here fix it. You got me into this.
That'll only
You
go
fix
so
it.
far, Alex, and then it's going to be. It's time you learn to fix it. You own my Padawan.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yep.
I won't say young Padawan because we know better.
Did you see what Unlimited Vertigo say? It says if you have a decent computer, do some simulator time first. 10 hours on a sim will save you lots of money and headache. And this is true because what happens is if you go out and buy one of those little radios, little kits, a lot of those radios hook up to simulators.
Yeah.
In fact, you can use a simple Xbox controller. It's not recommended. I don't recommend it, but you could spend $50, $60 on a radio and hook it up to your PC and get on the sim.
I think you need the sticks. I wouldn't. That thing you just held up, I wouldn't use.
Oh, no. I will not recommend it. That's why I say get a radio. Definitely. But I'm saying most simulators hook up to a lot of controllers and joysticks. So go out and buy a radio and practice with that. Figure out what protocol you're going to use, ELSR or Crossfire or whatever, or DJI, and then go from there.
I was going to say, are you flying HD yet?
Yeah.
I'm HD.
I converted everything over. If it's not on CADX, it's DJI.
Yeah.
03.
I switched one of mine to DJI or not to the CADX, to the CADX Vistas, and once I got the taste of that, all my analog went away. They all got digital.
Mm-hmm. But
clarity, right?
Now, Alex.
I'm gonna show you something else.
The cheaper,
I'll be right back.
The cheaper, smarter way would be to start analog with like a tiny hawk or something, a tiny whoop, something that fits in the palm of your hand, where you start indoor, and then you graduate.
That's what I was recommending to him too.
Yeah, work off wind, where there's no wind.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you, I was the biggest winner of the South Florida drone meetup because I've already showed my. Oh, I might have to tell you what. Let me take this background off again. But I've already showed you my little picture that I got from. I got that from. Show you that first. I got this from Joe Fodolito.
Yes,
he actually made that for me.
That's nice too.
But I'll tell you what, a lot of people don't know. I've been kept saying, man, I need me some V2 goggles. I won't go 03 because all I have, I'm air units. That's all I have. So look what I got. Those are V2s.
All right.
Oh,
nice.
Place it here. Ken, place it here. Gave me his. And the only reason why I remembered it was he's got the analog.
Listen, Scott, that's how I converted from analog to digital. I had the Crossfire, I had the analog unit, just like you have. And as I slowly transitioned my birds over to digital, I used the analog less. And then to pay it forward, I gave away my whole analog setup for my goggles to someone.
So I got this from Brad. Now, he didn't give it to me. And that doesn't matter.
Nice.
But I have that. And if you remember, he was showing that off and saying, but let me show you one other thing that I got. Let's see. It's actually behind me. I'm gonna hold see if I can do my camera real quick. I am terrible with cameras. Of course, I am. Let me just go grab it.
So while Scott's grabbing his, what are you grabbing?
Another trophy.
Oh, okay. Ronnie, God bless America. He showed me a picture of his old neighbor. Oh, look at that.
So, but this is what makes it special.
Oh man.
Nice.
Oh.
I made him put that the cat on there, because that's
Oh,
his,
very nice.
so you got to draw that on there too. So he was teaching me how to draw it. But that's so I ended up with that too.
Cool. But what was I talking about, man?
I'm sorry.
Hey, Rodney, I'm going to have to get off of here. I just popped on to say good morning to you guys, and it was a pleasure, and hope to do it again.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And like I told you, I am really going to try and get up there sometime this year.
Let us know. Let us know. Let us know when
I'll
you're coming in
do that.
advance, so everybody can make plans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'll give you at
Scott,
least a
Alex,
month's
and
notice.
Rodney, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Everybody else in the chat, enjoy your day too.
Lawrence, great meeting you, buddy. You have a good one.
All right. Thank you.
Have a
Later.
good one, Lawrence.
Bye.
Bye. So Ronnie showed me a picture of his neighbor.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And that guy was, I mean,
it was Rodney.
Obviously older than me, but we looked alike.
Yes.
So what do they call it? Doppelganger?
Rodney's got a twin.
I got a twin. Actually, I think I got several of them because I've had people tell me when I was in the Navy that they know someone that looks a lot like me.
So what East Coast says, I agree with him. I did the simulator too, and I did learn some basics, but it's not the same thing as when you go fly the drone, but it does help. I mean, it gives you something to go off of.
Yeah, it does help. But I found, and this is my own personal experience, my own personal feelings. I'm not, if I try doing the simulator, it may help. It'll probably help you. But for me, I learned better going out and just doing it.
I did too. So here's the other thing I say, and tell me if you agree or don't agree. The first day I went out, I was timid as all get out. I was scared of breaking it. I was scared of doing anything. And I would, if you ever saw, not Brandon, who's in Texas?
Kai?
It's not Brandon. Yeah, it's Brand Ariel. It is Brand Ariel. Anyway.
Brand Ariel's in Canada.
No, I'm not talking about Gary Foster. What's his name? Isn't it Brant? Isn't it Brant instead?
Oh, I don't know him.
No, BMAC. I said it was BMAC.
Yeah, Brian. Brian.
That's
B-Mac.
it. I'm sorry. I was getting wires crossed.
Houston area.
But he shows that one video where he took off and blop. well, that was me in the beginning. And I had done the simulator. I said, look, I know how to go out and come back. And so the next day I kind of got mad and aggravated, and I kind of hit the gas a little bit more.
So
that's my family.
Let me find one of my old videos.
My friends
when I first started.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
That's my mom.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm gonna drop out. We're
all
done
right,
here.
Alex.
All right, peace. You guys all have a good day, okay?
You too, brother. We'll talk to you later.
All right, my friends. Bye.
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 So let's see here. I got to get batteries for the quad, and I'll be coming. Yep. Okay. Yeah, please feel free to do that. Oops.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So I didn't finish telling you everything I got. So here's the other item I got.
Oh.
You know what that is? That's Maddie's shoot, I forgot, Nazgul. He said he didn't want it anymore, and I got to put a flight controller on it. but
Okay.
it's got a Vista hanging right there. So everything, all I have to do is put the stack on it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I remember seeing him fly that at the first South Florida drone meetup.
Right.
He was flying it there at the parking lot at Sticks.
That's correct.
Which, hey, Corey Mano, how's it going, brother? But yeah, I don't know that I would fly there. Not FPV.
Oh no, no.
With all those cars
but he was
around,
showing off.
with my
I
luck,
didn't realize it.
I would have crashed.
That's an air unit right there. So I have he said he's going all 03 and he didn't want any of this old stuff. So of course that was before I had 03 or goggles that would do 03. So I'm shopping for. So what do you have, Rodney? So you got a Baby Hawk, right? Is that your small drone?
I've got actually I've got two Baby Hawks. This is what a Baby Hawk looks like. I've got two of those.
So is it 03?
No.
Do you have any 03s?
It's Cadix. And then I've got two of these Gap RC 3.5-inch drones.
It's Vista 2?
Yeah, that's Vista. And then I have two other 5-inchers. This one is a 6S, and it's a
03?
No.
Oh, air unit.
It's an air unit, DJI air unit. But this is an Apex Dead Cat.
Okay.
5-inch. And then the one that I had at the drone meet, that I was flying there was a Quad Mula 5-inch. And then I've got an Apex Mini micro frame. They call this a micro frame. I don't know what's micro about it, but anyway, this is a 5-inch as well, and it's got a Cadix in it. So
you don't have an 03 then?
No, the Quad Mula is.
Which is?
The Quad Mula, the one I had at the South Florida drone meetup. Because
I now have to buy a 03 unit. And I don't have time to build, so I buy bind and fly. So now I'm in the market, but I don't know what to buy.
Why do you have to buy an 03?
Because I got a V2 goggles now, so that's the whole reason why they gave them to me to bring me into the 03 world. Well, yeah. Now, here's the deal with that. Okay. You have the goggles V2, right? Mm-hmm. Basically the same ones I've got. Yeah, they do the 03, but you have to bind it every time you switch from the 03 to your other ones. Oh, no. I have 3 V1s, 3 V1 goggles. So I'll just use the V1 goggles when I'm doing the other ones. Oh, yeah. That's my problem. I kept, I got 2 of the V1s when they first came out, and I did that so people could do ride-alongs. And then I bought Bum's drone, and I was hoping those were V2s, and they weren't. They were V1s. So now I got three sets of goggles that are all V1s. Now I got 4 sets, but one's a V2. Yeah, I found that funny. So that's pretty good. We're educating Ronnie. Oh, we got to get Ronnie flying FPV now. Yep. Let me tell you what, I never did social media. Were you talking about a rabbit hole, going down a rabbit hole? Yeah, I thought it was kind of strange. You all of a sudden you started popping up on some of these chats on Messenger. I'm like, wait a minute. He told me he didn't do Facebook. I don't. Somebody all right, didn't they? So here's why I'm on Facebook, doggone it. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure I should be there. But Ken, Place It Here, is the one that twisted my arm and got me into that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the way he did it was he says you got to for Messenger. That's why he wanted me to do it. And then I don't know, somehow he's told me, hey, you need to get on Facebook. So I said, let me go look and see what it's about. And I'm going to tell you, that thing went through my entire phone and got every name that was in it. And every one of those people have come up now about me wanting to friend them, or at least Facebook's telling me, oh, you might be friends with so-and-so. I'm like, man, I haven't talked to that person in 20 years, so how did you get that name? How do you know? Well, I know because it went through my phone.
Yeah.
So
it does, but you should have been able to prevent that.
The problem is I probably didn't know, because I didn't necessarily want my name to be my Facebook name,
Yeah.
But I did. So this weekend they were trying to show me how to change it, and I think I still know what I can go do. But
hey, Dano, good afternoon, buddy.
But the thing was, it would not let me change my real name. It's, you have to use your real name. I guess I can go in there and make a pseudo name. So,
yeah, I think you can do that.
Oh, so so I did know that she won and he didn't because he had the wrong ticket. I'm talking about God bless.
Yeah, yeah.
She won an FPV drone. So she won our drone. You see that? I didn't realize that. That's the drone I wanted to win. Of course, I won a drone. I don't know if you know that. That's the other thing. I won Ray Kelly's FEMI. That FEMI, I don't even know what it was.
Yeah.
But I say was because I gave it away. I gave it to Lonnie, the Canadian. And later on, he came up and asked me, he said, do you mind if I give it to someone else? I said, absolutely not. And he gave it to, I forgot her name. She flies out there with Marcus, and she's from Idaho.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember her name either.
But anyway, later on, I was with Lonnie, and Lonnie was flying what's the latest drone, the biggest drone right now
Inspire 2 or 3?
No, not that big. The one that Ray Kelly won at Spin Up.
The Maverick 3.
Yeah. He was flying that, and I said, well, now I see why you didn't want that FEMI.
Yeah. Hey, let me say hi to a couple of people here. Hey, Tim Jackson, good day to you, sir. Fly Zone FPV. Michael, how you doing? See who else? I'll be droned. Dano, good afternoon. Yeah, Dano, I thought about going flying, but then I realized I don't have any charged batteries.
Dusty was asking me if this thing will do analog, but this is why it will do analog. You have to have this modular hooked to the side of it.
Yeah. Yeah, see, well, you didn't see my goggles, but I have one of those analog devices on my goggles too.
Did you do the patch? Did you do this face patch where you do the lower?
No, I didn't do that. I've got the standard antennas, and the patch I have actually holds the
there's the standard antennas
analog.
Right there. See the standard antennas right there?
Yeah. So I don't have it's out in my truck right now, or I'd show it to you.
But I didn't know. I guess this is the way it comes, and I didn't know that either. But I've never had a guard to protect your lenses, and I like that because I have a bad habit of setting my goggles up, and if the sun shines in it, you can.
I am very conscious of where I'm facing my goggles because I've flown with a pair of goggles that had sunspots in it.
You remember we were at Spin Up, and here we go. I can't remember his name anymore, and I know him pretty well, but shoot, I can't remember. You know Shelley Vol, and do you know Shelley Vol?
Yeah.
Well, he's on my poster.
Well, I think I know who you're talking about.
I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, I was asking.
Ed Bricker.
Say it again.
Ed
Yes,
Bricker.
Ed Ricker. That's exactly
Ed Ricker.
But I was asking him how to do.
Hey,
put
Kai,
it in,
how you doing?
How to put it in audience mode so other people could do ride-alongs. He was telling me to do that, but while I was sitting there talking to him, he kept putting his hand, "Hey man, hold your goggles down. You're gonna mess them up," because I was kind of holding them up, and so
yeah. Have drone will fly. Good afternoon.
Well, how much? East Coast. The goggles? Are you asking me how much are the goggles? I'm East Coast was asking me how much.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe he's talking about the modular. The goggles themselves, what are they? About $600. They're not cheap.
Well, I paid. Mine went on sale. When they went on sale is when I bought them.
They were about $400 or $500 then, I think.
It was a little over $450, I think it was. Yeah, like $469, I'm thinking.
Oh, there's Lone Star. Lone Star can answer you. He can answer every one of your questions there, East Coast. How much is the modular, Kai? I can't remember. When I bought my modular, it was 3 years ago. I'm sure the price is not the same anymore. So, but I know Kai knows.
So, anyway. Dano says that Mr. JRC's dropped a good video.
Do you see that Fly Zone? They're having the FPV Palooza on July 18th.
Yeah. Hey, Drone Life RC. Good afternoon.
Chris. Hey, Chris. Chris wasn't there this year. Drone Life RC?
Yeah, he wasn't there this year.
Oh, if I want to sell a goggles that work with Cinequeen, if you want to sell a goggles that'll work with a Cinequeen, I don't know what the Cinequeen is. What is a Cinequeen? Well, I'm not going to sell it to you for no $600. That was what it was brand new. Not about to do that.
Dusty says he'll trade you a 16-year-old boy for a pair of goggles.
Do I have to feed it? Well, I would lose.
I don't know. Mr. JRC, are you still in the chat? I may have had to drop out, I think. But I think I'm going to... I'm probably not.
Oh, do you see that? Car blue head gasket on the way. That's why he wasn't there.
Oh, man. Well, that's a bummer, man. And that's a costly repair, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, Chris. Man, we missed you, buddy. Actually, I looked over and there was a car that had a bunch of stuff on it, but that ended up being Lee Beesing's car, Yellow Rose.
I sure wish I knew that. I could have hooked you up for sure. I might still see what I can do for you. I might need to talk to you a little bit more to see what I can do for you, because I'm not sure what you're flying, and you're flying analog, so that's the reason why. I guess that's what the deal is. I know all those goggles that I have are for HD, and I don't know if I got an analog set of goggles anymore. But with that modular, you can use analog as well.
Yeah. The only way I can do analog is with my DJI goggles too. So V2.
But you got a modular that fits on the side of it, correct?
No, mine fits on the front. Like I said,
okay, but you did have to add something to it.
I did have to add it, yeah.
So I'm curious, Chris, did you have your car all painted up and ready to go?
Well, we'll be looking forward to seeing you, brother, because I'm already signed up for next year.
What number?
He didn't tell me.
I'm 22.
So I'm not sure, but
he signed. He's got a Buckeye Drones. He's 21, and that
I
used
gotta be. If you're 22, because I think I heard him say earlier that there's like 26 people already signed up, so I got to be in between that somewhere.
13 and 14, so I guess his wife signed up. You need to buy her a drone. God bless America. Oh, I guess she has an FPV drone. Teach her how to fly it.
Did she? Yeah.
She won it.
She won it. She ought to learn how to fly it.
Yeah. Keep your hands off of it.
Chris says he's number one on the list. No. Uh-oh.
Yeah, she won one, Dano.
So, well, Scott, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this, let you get back to work.
Yeah.
And
I need to. And I really appreciate your help. I really appreciate your help, and hopefully the echo thing's gone, because that was.
Well, just remember to check everything.
Sure.
But by the way, remind me, what did we do to fix it?
Echo cancellation.
Oh, that's right. In StreamYards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So she is reading the ticket.
Oh, there's Maddie. Thank you, Maddie. I do appreciate it.
Oh, Maddie, hey.
So I was just telling everybody what you'd given to me, and how I was the big winner of the whole meet. I do believe. I'll tell you, I cannot believe. I don't deserve any of that stuff. I can tell you right now, but I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, it was really good seeing you, Maddie, and you have a great afternoon, man. All right, brother. So, everybody in the chat, thanks so much for being here. Do appreciate it. And I was helping Scott out and decided we'd go live for a little bit. And we've been live for a little over, well, just 2 minutes shy of, actually 1 minute shy of an hour. So,
you see what Chris said. Send him an email, send him a mailing address on Facebook, and he'd send you some stickers.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Tim Jackson.
Tim Jackson. I'm surprised. No, not really. Anyway, all right, guys. Y'all take care, and we'll catch you. Don't forget Saturday sunrise with me and Scott, and then Saturday morning coffee with Rodney and friends right after Scott's done, and then the Sunday sunrise cruise starting with Drone Psyche in New York, coming to me here in Virginia, and then to Scott, and then over to Chris Hope, and following Chris Hope will be Johnny Drone Flyer with Drones and Coffee. Until then, you all have a great week. Wow. great week, and we'll talk to you all later. Love y'all. Bye now.